streets of Harare, all the way to the street corners of Windhoek. Courage the comedian brings you the Nambabwean. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Good evening. How are you doing? You doing good? You see, these days, prophets are getting dressed up. They're flying in private jets, wearing designer suits. Well, thanks to Ingo. My name is Courage. And I was born in a very different Zimbabwe than the one you know now. You see, back in the days, Zimbabwe was the one. The Zim dollar was not even competing with the US dollar. It was competing with the British pound. 1:1 things. You see, I was born in Zimbabwe at a time when, as a baby, when I wet the bed, my mother would be like, "No, the baby has peed. Take these blankets and throw them away and bring new ones." I was born in a Zimbabwe where, when I puke on myself, my father would be like, "The child has puked. Throw this vest away and bring that Gucci vest." I was born in a Zimbabwe where white people could walk freely in Zimbabwe. I was born in a Zimbabwe where if I was becoming like, baby stuff, like I didn't want to sleep, we didn't do prems. My father would be like, "Open the gate. Let me drive him in his Mini Cooper." That was the kind of Zimbabwe I grew up in. You see, the kind of Zimbabwe where you would wake up, have porridge. At 10 o'clock, have tea with bread. At 12 o'clock, have like snacks. 1 o'clock, have lunch. 4 o'clock, have tea. 6 o'clock, dinner. 9 o'clock, go to sleep, tea. That was the kind of Zimbabwe. I remember one day, my father took me to the shopping mall. Yes, we have them in Zimbabwe. Took me to the shopping mall. And we went to an ATM. Again, we have them. And we withdrew 300 Zimbabwean dollars. Just imagine it. 300 Zimbabwean dollars. And you know, with that money, we went and bought a color TV. That does not have its own legs. We bought a satellite dish. You see, I was a bowling kid when I was a kid. In my street, we had a color TV, we had satellite dish. You see, when you're a kid and you have those things, you detect who plays with who. You are the king of the street. If you don't like someone, all your friends don't like that someone as well. You see, and if you are tired of playing, everyone must be tired of playing. Anyone who tries and rebels is watching the TV through the window. Seriously, and to make it worse, there came a time when I went to primary school, and before I went to primary school, I was supposed to go to a ghetto school. But my aunt came, and she whispered in my ear, a week before school opening, and she was like, "Tell your father you want to go learn in town." Oh, I'm already bowling, now I'm the only kid who's learning in town. And we have a car at home. It was the one. You see, that was the time I became a young player. Because all the girls in my street wanted to play house with me. I was the only boy who learned in town. That's why you see, like, I don't blame gold diggers. They're just trying to secure a good future for their kids. It's in them, it's nature. That's why you see, these young girls wanted to play house with me. They were just trying to secure a future for their imaginary kids. Seriously. So they would come there at home, you know, soon after school when they come home, and they would knock at the gate. And the maid would go to the gate and be like, "Can we play with Courage? She can come play in my house." You see, at that time, I used to be the father at all the house competition, in all the house games. And the rule was, if we are playing at your house, you are the mother. So they would all come and they would knock at my gate. And when the maid asked, "What you want?" "Want to play house at my house with Courage." Then the other one would be like, "No, we played at your house yesterday. Want to play at my house today?" Then the other one would be like, "No, I last played with him last week. I also want." And I'll be there like a young player. Behind the maid's gate, just going like, "Sort your shit, bitches." I was that kind. And you see, in primary school, I learned 3 important lessons. The first one, I learned it in grade 2. That's when I got into my first relationship. And most probably the most realest relationship I've ever had. You see, these days, you always post these quotes on Instagram. "I defined your loved ones and keep it to yourselves, it will last long." It's true. My relationship with this girl was just between me, her, and under the table. You know, it was that kind of relationship that did not have sexual tension. These days, you people just dating each other for the sexual pleasures. There was none of that. And it was at a time where boys are boys, girls are girls, so our attraction was real. Because if you saw yourself getting attracted to the opposite sex at that time, it was real. It was the kind of relationship that even if I had a headache, and my mother's like, "So you want to stay home?" I would be like, "No, I want to go to school." It was the kind of relationship that would make me wake up at 4 o'clock, tell my mother, "Wake up, go boil water for me to bath to go to school." It was the kind of relationship that I would pick 2 pencils just in case baby comes without a pencil. You see, it was the kind of relationship that I would pack an extra pint of milk. Just in case, if I hear her stomach growling, I'd be like, "Baby, break time is at 10:10. Don't worry. I got milk for us." See, I was a provider. And come to think of it, she's the reason why I have a bad handwriting. Yeah, she misled me. I grew up thinking I was going to be a doctor because of my handwriting. Because you see, we would hold hands from 7:25 till 10:05, because break time was at 10:10. Then we'd let go. We resume our holding hands 11:25 to 5:12 when we sing our school is over national anthem. You see, but like every other relationship, grade 3 came. We were changed classes. And as per all other relationships, out of sight, that's what happened. Then in grade 3, it was time for me to learn my second lesson. That lesson was corruption. No, you might laugh now. You might like, really? But corruption is vital, especially in Africa. It makes the world go round here. I had to learn it in grade 3. You see, I'm the first son of a firstborn. Which means I'm the first grandchild. And all the other children born are like my little sisters and my little brothers. And apparently I must lead by example. And you see, my dad was successful. Still is. He was in the medical field. And his hobby was soccer, of which he was equally good. He played for a team that used to win the league at that time, Zimbabwe Saints. See, so I had to be my father's son. I was also going to be a doctor. I already had the bad handwriting checklist, number 0.1 done. Next thing was the hobby, soccer. Now the problem is I had 2 left feet. You see, the same Maria has 2 right feet. I had 2 left feet. I couldn't play soccer. So I went to the coach. And I'm like, what do I do to get into the first team? And the coach was like, go to the tuck shop, buy me 2 buns and a juice, and you'll be in the team. From that day, I was always the first one to get drafted. All I needed to do was buy 2 buns and juice. Corruption shandies. See, I'd be the first one to get the school kit. I'd be the first one to get the orange at break time. You see, back in the days, playing soccer, the highlight of playing soccer was halftime when you get the orange. And you see, I was always the sub, and I was fine with it. Because when we won, Robert Redgood School won. We won. The soccer team, we won. And when we lost, I'd be like, yeah, we lost, but I was a sub. But if they put me in, I would have bended it like Beckham. I was that kind. Then grade 7 came and I had to learn my 3rd lesson. That was the only time I had to fight in my life. Grade 7. And that was the only time that it doesn't matter. You just need evidence for you to win a fight. If you have evidence, you have won the fight. If you say the last foot sake, you have won the fight. I had to learn the hard way. You see, I was in grade 7 and there was this boy, Ayanda, who was a grade 6 boy. And you see, Ayanda used to bully other kids. And I'm grade 7. And I'm there. And I'm like, Ayanda is lucky. I don't have a small brother here or a small sister. Otherwise, I wouldn't think it's fun. Now, hear me correctly. Ayanda is lucky. I don't have a small brother or small sister here. Otherwise, I wouldn't think it's fun. Now I had a best friend, Tosh. Tosh had GTI tendencies. Vrumpa. So the moment I said that, vrumpa. Now you heard me correct. I said he's lucky. I wouldn't think it's fun. Now he tells the guy, he will fuck you up. Now Ayanda says, go tell Courage, I will beat him. Any day, any time. He must just say it. GTI tendencies. Vrumpa. And Tosh says, my man, Ayanda said, he can beat you any day, any time. Just say it. And now you see me, I was a mature kid. I stopped all the grade 7s because now I could see. They were looking at me with those eyes like, are you going to let a grade 6 disrespect us? But then I had to be sensible. I had to tell them that, no, guys, 2 wrongs don't make a right. He's a bully, he's beating other kids. I can't beat him again. What example am I setting to the small ones? No, guys, you must understand, I was not scared. I was just being mature. And you see, 60% of them bought it. And they were like, cool. Then all of a sudden, I felt a breeze. It was like a tree was moved next to me. Like there was a shadow. And then I looked out and I looked back. It was my grade 2 love. And you see why I felt like there was a breeze and a shadow? It's because her name was Photosynthesis. And you see, Photosynthesis was there now. And she says, hi, Courage. What's going on? Now, this question was directed to me. Hi, Courage is the key word. What's going on here? But Tosh, GTI tendencies, vrumpa. He slid into the conversation like a fuckboy in a DM. And he was like, Photosynthesis, listen. There is a grade 6 boy named Ayand who said he can beat Courage any day, any time. But we don't know. Maybe he's scared. Then you could hear all the backup singers going, mm-hmm. And now I had to say, whoa, no, Photosynthesis, it's not what it looks like. I'm not scared of that boy. I can beat him anytime. GTI tendencies, Tosh Vrumpa. Then I had to continue my explanation. I'm like, Photosynthesis, listen. I'm a mature person. 2 wrongs don't make a right. I can't beat a grade 6 who beats other people. What example am I setting? And then she bought it. She smiled. But then by the time I was finished, Tosh was back. No, GTIs are fast. Especially if it's a Golf 7. And he just came here and he was like, while trying to catch his breath, 1 o'clock. Today, it's on. Now you see, grade 7s were like the best hype men. They were there, going, yeah. I went back to class. After break, everyone would give me that look. You know when you make eye contact and they know you are the man, they nod. They'll be like, away. You see, when someone was walking behind me, they would pat me on the shoulder. Be like, Rambo. You see, and when others wanted me to pass something, they'll be like, hey, Chuck Norris, pass me that pencil. And you see, the weirdest thing happened. 12 o'clock came and I forgot that I had a fight. So school finished. Me, I'm thinking there's no homework today. I'll pass by, play at the arcade, play 2 games, then go home. But as I was walking in the corridor going to the gate, my bag was snatched. And Tosh was like, my man, Sylvester Stallone doesn't carry books to war. Then he's like, hey, take Mzo's tie, put it on your arm. Take Musa's tie, put it on your other arm. Take your tie, put it on your head, but make it face the other side. Now you look like Tong Po. You will beat that boy. And we went to the ground. Now we are waiting most for Ayant, the grade 6. It's time to fight. I'm hyped up. But you see, grade 7s are mature people. They're like seniors in school. They have things to do. They started dispersing. Until I was only left with the boys. I had their ties in my arms. 1:30 came and all we could see was just dust. All the grade 6 were there. And they were chanting. You see, the same way when Floyd Money Mayweather is coming to a fight. You see how everyone is chanting. Like I swear I saw Justin Bieber. The same way he chants for Floyd Money Mayweather. I think he was grade 2 that time. And he was there. Ayanda came. Now you see he was a bit taller, which was awkward. Because he walks up to me. And I have to look at him like this. And he's like, so? And I'm like, so? And I'm like, okay, let me break the ice. Otherwise? And he's like, everywise? And I'm like, you said you want to beat me. And he's like, you are the older one, Mos. You said I can't be beating kids. You're going to show me. Now, this went back and forth. You see, when people are scared of each other, they always do like, no, you punch first. No, you punch first. It was that kind of thing until Tosh got bored. You see, GTIs don't like slow starts. Tosh pulled us apart and he did this thing that we do in Zimbabwe. He pulled us apart. He made 2 perfect heaps of sand. And then he looked at us. And he was like, this is your mother's poop. This is your mother's poop. You, if you are not scared of him, kick his mother's poop. You, if you are not scared of him, kick his mother's poop. Now you see, now we are put in a predicament. Now we're just looking at each other's mother's boobs like. Now, Tosh did a smart thing at the time. He went down and rubbed his mother's boob off. And in my mind, I'm like, that's incest. Why are you touching your mother's boob? And you see, while I was in that zone, I just had all the crowd just going, oh. Then when I looked down, it was like that Snapchat filter, the slow motion one. Him going at my mother's boob like this. It was on. How dare he touches my mother's boob? I mean, the last time I touched it myself, I was 1.5 years. What disrespect is this? I held him by the collar. Now you see, his hands is dead. And he touched me on my face to protest. And I wounded that boy. I beat him. For 7 minutes flat. Beat him. But then when the school journalist reported it, I lost. Why? I had no evidence. He won. Why? Because there was his palm print on my face. Now when I was trying to explain that, no, his hand was dirty because he was destroying boobs and he just touched my face to plead for me to forgive him. I was just known as that boy who lost the fight, who was beaten by a grade 6. You know how embarrassing it is? Like the grade 7 who was beaten by a grade 6. I decided high school, I'm not staying in that town. And you see, in Zim it is. You guys always say Zimbabweans are intelligent. And you always wonder, why are Zimbabweans intelligent? Guys, it's not by choice, it's a necessity. We don't choose to be intelligent. It's a matter of survival. Because I went to a school that most Zimbabweans go to. Boarding school. And you see, boarding school is not like these Windhoek high school things. Where on Fridays you go to Zoo Park for days. No, our boarding schools are called Bundu. Because they are in the middle of nowhere. They are like Area 52. You see, they're the kind of schools that when you go there, it's like 25 kilometers just to the main road. And a minimum of 150 kilometers to either town. In the middle of nowhere, and they're always run by churches. Most of them are Catholic. And corporal punishment is heavily advised. They beat. And you know, you will be taught by sisters and brothers who have a lot of frustration. I mean, they are sisters and brothers. The frustration is real. And they need to take it out on someone. And my father was not a team player. The day he dropped me at school, he gave them all the ammunition they needed. If this one misbehaves, please beat. And you see, you couldn't run away from school. I know the Puntu had maximum security. Which explains why Zimbabweans are good border jumpers. No, because it was the only way you could leave school. If you wanted time out from school, you'd be like, no, I've had enough, you. You had to border jump. You couldn't walk out through the main gate. No, you needed a special kind of passport. And it was not easy to get. So it was fence things. And you know, at that time it was, when we were kids, you have to sneak out and go buy alcohol. And it's funny how when we were kids, 1,750 of vodka would get the whole stream drunk. 2 sips, everyone is. Nowadays, people are just there at fashion bar, taking 25 shots non-stop. Still standing. It was tough. And no, we were naive. We didn't know that this border jumping would come in handy. Because at that time, Zimbabwe was nice. It had to change. And you see, I finished high school. And I realized that education was important. So I finished high school. And I realized that education was important in this sense. Times became tough in Zimbabwe. How there was the economic crisis. You know, everyone was just like a foreign exchange. Because in Zimbabwe we had like multi-currency. You could buy with any currency you had, like be it pula, rands, yen, at every time. And you see, I had to work soon after high school, and I worked at a baker's inn. And I had to know how to change people. And I had to know how to cheat people at the same time. Because someone would come by, like bread in rands, it was 7 rands. In US dollars, it was 75 cents. In pounds, it was like, I forgot. In yens, it was another. So the only way you could cheat the people, if they come by in pounds, you'd be like, I don't have change in pounds. Can I change you in US dollars? Then you change them in US dollars, but in your mind you have done foreign exchange things. You have done your own cross rate, and you change them in US dollars. Then when you get to US dollars, then you tell them, I don't have coins. Can I give you sweets instead? Business 101. By the end of the day, you have like a 300 US dollars in your pocket. Extra. But then, it was not easy because, you know, my dad is a selfish guy. He saw that I was making more money than him. I was literally the breadwinner at home while he was here. Because I worked at Baker's Inn. So you see, my dad decided, like, it's time for you to come to Namibia. That's when I came to see the real Namibia. You see, previously, initially I first discovered Namibia in 2005 when my dad came here and we were brought here, like, come see Namibia. And I hated it. Because you see, when I came to Namibia with the whole family, I was like the automatic housemaid. As a firstborn, I was just the automatic housemaid. And my mom loves shopping. She was never at home. And you see, the age difference between me and my siblings is a lot. Like my little sister, we have like 12 years age difference. Small brother, 7 years. So by the time we came here, 2005, my little sister was 5 years old. And now I had to play the maid. And you see, technology came late to Zimbabwe. So I had my first phone in 2005 when I came here, when I came to visit Namibia. But it was not mine. It was just in case there's an emergency. I called my mom, who's probably in Chinatown, trying to cheat us. You know, my mom was a cheat. She would go to Chinatown, buy jeans, then put them in Mr. Price plastic bags. I'd go buy shoes and put them in Markham boxes. She was that kind of cheat, you see. And you see, at that time, Namibia was different. See, there was no dog, there was no Gaza, there was girl level and Sunny Boy. No, it was the time of balance, situational balance. It was the time, and in Zimbabwe we had 1 TV station, but in Namibia they had 2. Achievement. And you see, the nice thing, that time the economic crisis was starting, electricity was going, so in Zimbabwe you had a timetable to cook. You cook breakfast, dinner, lunch, all in the morning before electricity goes at 1 p.m. But when you came to Namibia, electricity all the time. You see, going to the toilet in the middle of the night, you didn't need a torch. Just be there like, turn you on. That was, it was nice. But I hated it because of being a maid. So I decided I was going to stay home. I didn't want to come here. Until 2010, when my selfish father decided I should stop making more money than him, I should come here permanently. That's when I learned the real Namibia. You see, in Namibia, they say you haven't been to Namibia until you have gone to Kapana. That was the first highlight. Kapana. You go there, you taste. We are Zimbabwean. Economics. My father taught me, my father is stingy. He taught me the art. We go to Kapana, we taste. Because all of them are the same. It's just beef. If there's variation, it's just beef and liver. Beef and liver. So you'd taste from the first to the end. And after that, to have a balanced diet. My father was very stingy. He would take me to fruit and veg. Grapes at free tasting. But you must have a healthy, balanced diet. So let's go taste the grapes. And you see, by that time when I came here, I got introduced to the real Namibia. You see, in Zimbabwe, we don't speak English at all. We are good at it. Very good at it. But we don't speak it. We only speak it in English class. Only. Even the white people in Zimbabwe speak Shona. That's how deep we don't speak English. So when I came here in 2010, it was that thing like, now I have to speak English. Now I'm going to explain to you why Zimbabweans sound the way they sound. Because you see, we are intelligent. We have to show you we are intelligent. But English is not our stronghold. So when you talk to us in English, we have to think of a response. An intelligent response. So it'd be like, my brother. Because we're looking for the right synonym. There are a lot in the head. Too much education, data. So it'd be like, before I elaborate around the proximity of the issue, my brother, I do not want to be retrogressive, but I would like to be progressive and tell you that it's 2:15. You see, that's why we talk like, that's why we have a lot of airs, because, data. No, it's nothing. Like, Namibians have no time. They speak now, think later. No, speak now, think later. Namibians. I was in church the other day, and the pastor was like, let's cross our eyes and play. We are crossing eyes and playing. You see, the words already came out before he structured the sentence correct. Seriously, now, you see, I had to learn to adjust, and get used to this speaking English all the time. Then I started getting used to it. Then I started getting the questions. Why do you have names like courage, confidence, photosynthesis? Why are you Zimbabweans? And I'm like, guys, first and foremost, we're colonized by the British. We needed to show them that we're intelligent. It's not because we're dictionaries in the maternity wards, no. We just so happened to do direct translation at that time. Like you see, my second name is Rangarai. If it was to be my first name, it would be just like remember. Direct translation. So from today onwards, That's why we have names like that. The second one is like, don't you get angry when people say Zimbabweans have witchcraft? Do you even have witchcraft? And first and foremost, I'm like, we don't have witchcraft. Why? It's a Nigerian thing, like I said. We don't have witchcraft. But you see, I don't get angry because I can use it to my advantage. Zimbabweans, intelligent. So now this is how I use it to my advantage. You see, you go out at night, after midnight, taxi drivers think they are smarter than you. They want to overprice you. This is how you use witchcraft to your advantage. It's supposed to be $20 to be dropped off at home. But the guy goes like, no, because I picked you, where, and I went via. It's now like $60. Just take out the $200, give it to him, pretend to answer a phone, and just say, no, how are the aunties in Zimbabwe? Then when he's done, he's trying to give you change, but he has overpriced you. You tell him, no, keep change. Then you walk out of that taxi, you spit on your hand, you touch his car. You touch the ground. You just say, my brother, you will see. Then you walk into the house. That thing works. But like I'm Zimbabwean, I'll give you another advice. If you are to do that, don't do it with your last man. I know there are other Vambus here who don't give a shit. They don't care. You do the whole thing. And these ones are like, those vambus who have taxis, but that taxi only carries 3 people because the seat is so leaned back. No one fits behind him. Like you see, when he has to do the arm outside, he doesn't do it on his window. He does it on the back window. Those kind of taxi drivers who have donkey Botswanas that are so dropped that when he's driving, you feel like a Herero on a horse. It's just those ones. I know, don't do it with them. You will do the whole shenanigan. Yeah, no. How are their parents in Zimbabwe? You speed, touch. You go like, you shall see. Just looks at you and goes like, Ewa? Me, I'm not scared, huh? I'm from Okaku. Oh, do you know antivirus, huh? Kapasky 2018. I know you don't do it with them. You don't do it. But then Namibia is very fun. See, Namibia is very hot. Very hot. And I always look for a reason. Why is Namibia very hot and why is it a desert? You guys have beautiful women. All of them are so hot. Like there's the sun, then there's them. Call it double heat. I know it's tough. It's tough. Namibia is weird. Oh, no, Namibia is not known to the world. So I'm going to tell the world, like, what you guys are famous for. Besides Kapana, Namibians are the only nation in the world who invented a name for unprotected sex. You are the only ones who created a nickname for unprotected sex. A round of applause for Namibians. Oh. Apparently 40 for trust. And I always ask myself, why 40? Why? Because other sexual innuendos. My parents are here, but today they're gonna learn. I'm not a saint. Just putting it out there. Because there are other names, that are numerical figures that represent sexual activities. That makes sense. 69. The 6 has a 0 down there, which represents the head. The 9 has a 0 up there, that represents the head. And they are close together. Explanatory. Then there's the other one. The people who play for the other team knows it. It's called the fallen 17. For the back door, where one male lies on the floor, creates the one. The other one lies on top, bends, but does a 7. Fallen 17. Now, why 40? Because to me it doesn't make sense. To me, when I read 40, I think biblical terms. After Jesus was baptized, he went into the wilderness, into the desert, and he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Got tempted by the devil 3 times, of which he remained strong. Now you guys use the same number for a sexual act. 40. Why? Because come to think of it, the explanation they have is not so nice. Apparently 40 came as a term at a time when taxi was like $7.50 or $8. So it was a term that that was used by guys when you go out to the club, you pick a girl, you take her home, you only have enough money for taxi, for you guys to go home, to buy the condoms, or if you bought her drinks, to not buy the condoms, do it, then have enough money
to put her in a taxi to go home. Apparently, all of it costed $40. So that's where 40 for Trust came. You see, Namibia is that fun. So, I also decided that before I get into it, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you, Namibians. Zimbabweans, you are not Namibian, don't clap. Namibians, clap hands for yourself for not taking part in xenophobia. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for not taking part in xenophobia. And I don't even know why I'm thinking. You guys wouldn't go through with it anyways. You guys are so divided. You know, seriously, the first thing a Namibian will ask you when they meet you, before they go like, hi, what tribe are you? They are so divided. You like classifying each other. You will never do xenophobia. Never. Ever. It's impossible for you to unite and do xenophobia. Tamaras would be out there, too busy running away from their girlfriends because the girlfriends stab. No, the Damara girls are hardcore. Yo. Like, I mean, I knew about Damara girls before I even knew about Namibia. That's how dangerous they are. No, seriously. I never knew it. I never knew Tamaras were from Namibia. I didn't even know Namibia exists. You guys don't even have scandals. You are just too quiet. So, I heard about Tamaras through a Freddie Kwala song. Amatamara. I know some of you know that song. Amatamara, Amatamara yo, Amatamara. And you know, that song became a hit because Freddie Kwala was hurt. You know, it takes a lot of pain for you to master a cry in a song. And for you to sing a statement that says, Safa sapela ngamatamara. Direct translation. We have been killed and we are finished by the Tamara girls. So you see, Tamaras are too busy. They will not take part in xenophobia. Join other tribes. Oh, aye. Hereros, they have no time. Hereros are too proud. Hereros have no time to take in xenophobia. They'll be there planning how to make DTA win. Well, like, I know this is a Swapo thing. It's not our problem. Our Hereros. Hereros are that tribe. Hereros are that tribe that will not take part in xenophobia because they will be too busy eating meat and keeping it in the family. I know the term cousins make dozens. I was meant for Tamara. I was meant for Hereros. I know Hereros. Guys, I think if you look closely, I think they even do sisters and brothers too. Those ones like to keep. Even the way they speak, those ones, they don't even want us to hear what they are saying. They will not take part in xenophobia. And Caprivians will not join you guys. I know Caprivians will just have one statement. Ah, yeah, that's a Namibian problem. Seriously, Caprivians are tired of being called a part of Namibia. Apparently they are the thumb. They're tired of it. You know, they're always being left out. While the rest of Namibia goes 1 hour behind. Adi Caprivian, no, stay in front. I mean, it has gotten to the point where even Tafelaga has competitions. No Caprivian wins. I think this competition is for Namibians only. So they have no time. They are busy, they're Bluetoothing each other with lightnings. No time to be taking part in xenophobia. You see, so I also did some dating in Namibia. I know dating in Namibia is fun. I know it's the one. And you see, I dated a vamp. First, because I know it's easy to find a vamp, there are a lot. The first girl I dated was a vamp. And you see, vamp girls, I don't know. They have this certain thing they do. They always like to play pretend. No, seriously. She will call you. I know, Courage, I want to come copy movies. Pretend. I'm like, no, it's okay, come. She comes. She gets in here like, oh, I'm so tired. Can I sleep for a while on your bed? And then you lie, and I'm like, no, sleep next to me and be copying the movies. Then she sleeps, but the butt is just so close to you like this. And you know, Vambus are not placed this side. So she has to push extra. But then they are placed this side. How when they love the push-up bra. They will be there, no, temptations, pretend. Then they'll pretend to be sleeping. So you see, we are guys. It's not hard. The moment you just hear the push here, it will be fine. No, it's the one. Then you know it gets to a point where you can't resist. She's baby most anyways. You touch her. She does go. Fumbles. Then you see, you know when you're trying to reach, she'll be sleeping like this, then you're trying to reach for the breast. You see her going, and then she's trying to sleep in a stretching mode, trying to give you access. She actually even turns around and faces up. She doesn't even open her eyes, doesn't say anything. You even go on top, touch her nicely, you unbutton the top, no sound, she's just... Then they do this thing. I don't even know why they do it. Like, if you didn't want, like, pretend. You are sleeping most. After you remove everything most, there's always the underwear. Vambu girls. They will be sleeping most. Sleeping. Then you get to the underwear. You always know you are in when you see her do this while she's sleeping. It's that time where you look and you go like, oh, baby, I thought you were sleeping. Seriously? I know, but all good things come to an end. Then I decided, me, I'm a fake guy. I like to diversify. Time for my next relationship. I wear Herero. I dated Hereros. Hereros had to get in, had to get out. They're just like you now. Hereros are just like you now. They are proud. Even though they are not doing anything, no beauty, but still proud. You now pass right low, but still proud. Hereros. And for you to date a Herero girl, you must have a heart. Even to date a Herero guy, girls, have a heart. Because 99.9, that Dettol advert? 99.9%, 3 of her cousins are ex-boyfriends. Or 3 of his cousins are the ex-girlfriends. And they are close cousins. They are always at home. They are always wanting to eat the retirement package. You need to have a heart. One day I went to go visit my girlfriend. Knocked at the gate. This guy comes. Boxer, those shiny boxers? Here. And I thought it was only a girl thing. Even the boxer was Michael Kors. Had a Hereros and Michael Kors. And then he comes. With a toothpick. He was eating meat. What else? And he's white here. Not that he's old. Or my hair. And then you know, in your heart you know that this is the cousin who was the recent ex. He's in a box. Comfortable. Then he goes like, Mushavim boy. So now you can't show because most Hereros are proud. They like a manly man. So now have you ever felt so bad but you can't voice it? You try and swallow but there's no saliva in your mouth. Only this thing moves. He just no, I'm here to see my girlfriend. And he goes like, so. Then he calls. Even making love with the Hereros is nice. Going down memory lane. Making love with Herero girls is the one, yo. Hereros are like cows. No, I understand. Birds of the same feather flock together. Now I understand why they love meat. Have you eaten like cows that are bred by Hereros? How is the meat? Soft. Herero girls. I'm telling you. Oh, Hereros don't do this, quickie things. Hereros make love. They take their time. Just like the cow. I know they're the ones that will seduce you in bed, Valentine's Day. They will seduce you. But Hereros, the only problem with Hereros, you can't Netflix and chill with Hereros. I know Netflix and chill was not meant for Hereros. They can't do it. And Hereros, it's hard to get in, I told you. How? Other people, the rest of the world has 90-day rule. Hereros have the Herero dress. How? Netflix and chill. You think you're going to get laid on the first day? How? Never. She will come for the Netflix and chill. Herero dress. And you know that dress is a lot of dresses. You can actually open a boutique. And she comes there. And you think today's your lucky day. Because she's horny. She's wearing the headgear. And you know, it's hard to kind of like give her a hug when she's horny. It's hard, it becomes like that hug, like that Jehovah's Witness hug. You can't even whisper any. I think girls, you must use this to your advantage. Just wear Herero heads to the club. Those annoying boys will not be coming to your ear. It's here. They won't. You can't Netflix and chill with them. Like, Netflix and chill must be light, The purpose of Netflix and chill is to time your time together. If the movie is 1 hour, 30 minutes, you have to get her in the mood, light up the fire, do the do, before the movie ends. Not with Herero girls. No, you get there, first she wants you to cook trotters. Trotters require you to go make a fire outside, put them for 8 hours. The only way to Netflix and chill with a Herero girl is to put African movies. Because it has part 1, part 2, part 3. And there's that time where you have to remove, unpack, and load all the clothes. You might even get disappointed if she's skinny. Because of the fake part. To look like packet of Lay's. So much air, but when you open it, Seriously. And before you start doing the do, the cousin is here to pick her up. Oh no, Hereros are hard, you. Hereros are hard. Since Namibia is very diverse, Namibia is very diverse. It has a lot of nationalities in it also. Zambians, Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans are just a tribe now here. Zimbabweans. No, guys, I don't know why you're laughing. Zimbabweans are a tribe here. I know, guys, if you guys think we have overstayed our welcome, think again. Guys, in actual fact, you need us more than we need you. Because cockroaches will never end. We will always be needed here. You see, cockroaches, let me tell you something, survived Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We are the only ones who can kill them. Why do you think with all this economic instability in Zimbabwe, those Americans, those who have never even touched Zimbabwe, how they know? Just one syringe. We'll just go to America, put it in a corner here, put it in a corner here, put it in a corner here, leave it for 2 days. You guys need us more. You guys need us more than we need you. And you see the reason why we are here. Let me shed light. 2 years ago, you guys decided to do a protest. Come on, we want land. You had a representative. How job is? And you got the job to represent everyone. You guys put in applications. Apparently, Windhoek had 14,000 applications. And we Zimbabweans are just sitting here at the back. I'm like, why are you wasting paper? Like, you guys are just killing trees. You know, you even need the trees more. You are a desert and you're just putting 14. All you guys needed to do was write one letter, 4 sentences. Dear Zimbabweans, please get our land for us. Yours truly, Namibians. Just like cockroach medicine. In a corner here, in a corner here. The land would have been yours. 24 hours. How no the land? How no, we have experience in land repossession. We have, guys, right now you could be having other problems other than land. You could be having problems like economic instability, corruption, nepotism, but not land. You guys would have the land. So you see, I was telling you, Zimbabweans are a tribe here. Like, even, guys, please go tell Joba Mupanda that if it so happens that it finally happens, that we get the land, Herero Extension 1 is going to be pegged just opposite the State House. Because I think we can be the good advisors to the president. Intelligence, Zimbabweans. Data. You see, since I was saying that Namibia is very diverse, I almost dated a Zambian. How, and until I realized that Zambians are no. No, you can't date a Zambian girl. Zambians. You guys have seen that that meme that has been circulating of little Jake. Have you seen his seriousness when he's writing? Zambian girls take makeup that serious. No, Zambian girls were paying attention in preschool. Coloring. At the color in. No, Zambian girls. You know the problem with Zambian girls is that I had white sheets. How no, a Zambian girl cannot come sleep over. On white sheets, she will leave a color copy. She will wake up and leave, but by the time you're sleeping, you can just look there and go like, baby, can you go make breakfast? And I come, it's just a color copy on the pillow there. Oh, no, Zambians. I decided, no, I'm not going to date Zambians. I'm going to date a rare breed of Namibians. Who laughs like that? You dated a Zambian. No, my friend. Now you have intelligence. You have data. I dated a rare breed. I dated a group called the Tswanas. Why are you saying I dated the Tswanas? I know Tswanas love themselves. I know they are yellow ponies. How I know Tswanas? But Tswanas taught me the hardest lesson of my life. How no Tswanas know how to cheat you. I mean, they're from Botswana, but they call them, no, I'm Namibian Tswana. They know, I dated a Tswana. You see, and they also taught me that in order to succeed in life, guys, you need money. You guys have been lying to yourself, I don't know, love each other. It's not all about material things. Lies. If you have no money, that relationship is not going anywhere. Money is needed. You see, me, I'm a loving boyfriend. No, I have intelligence. I have data on how to take care of a woman. I'm a loving boyfriend. I dated this Tswana girl. And it was fine then. Because see, I had comedy money, peanuts. But she also had like a source of income. And it was fine. Then her source of income stopped. Now we're all surviving on comedy money, peanuts. I loved it. I decided, baby, no, it's fine. You don't have a job now. It's okay. You can come stay with me while you save up, and we look for, and I can help you look for a job. I can write your CV. I know we know how to write the proper CV. Zimbabweans, intelligence, data. We know how to write a CV. The CV would be like name, confidence, Gondo. Put the thing. Then I'm like, what are your strong points? Refer to point 1. Confidence. CVs. I wrote a nice CV for her. She got an internship. So I'm like, no, with this internship, it doesn't pay much. Just pays enough. It just pays the same as comedy. It's fine. Save while you're staying with me. Cohabitation. Love you. And I used to be the perfect boyfriend, Kind of guy who wakes up at 4 o'clock because I save electricity. Switch on the geyser. Wake her up at 7 o'clock. Baby go bath. She goes bath while I make omelets for her. And I'm a perfect boyfriend. But don't fall in love yet. You see, then we did the, when she's getting dressed there, I'd compliment her, Guys, compliment your girlfriends. Like, baby, you look beautiful. She'd be like, oh, really? Don't I look fat? And I'm like, yes, you look fat. Your behind is PHAT. Fat. And I like it. You see? And then, I would walk here to go get Cape. You see, walk here in the morning. Do a mini photo shoot, because, selfies. I was a patient guy. How girls don't take one selfie? Oh, hi. We had to leave home at 6 o'clock because she started work at 8 o'clock. We take like 1,500 selfies from home to the taxi rank. Get into a taxi, you see. When comedy money comes in, I buy flowers from Pick and Pay. I send them to a workplace. Baby, I love you. But then, internship ended. Now this is where money comes into the play. And all we have now is love. I don't know, just find each other and love each other. That's what you tell each other most. All that was left was love. We loved each other. But then too much of everything is not nice. We didn't have money. I couldn't go away for a while for her to miss me. We were always at home staring at each other. Loving each other. No. It made me realize why poor people have so many kids. I know, it's also only source of entertainment. And then she started having these friends. Friends would be like, let's chip out. And me, I'm a loving boyfriend. And I'm courage. I'm brave. I trust her. Like, baby, chip out. It's fine. Chips out, go get some fresh air, miss me. Then you come back loving me more. She went, she comes back. Baby, I want to go to my village. I know. Go. She went. Chips out again to her hometown. Most Tswanas, the south. Khobabi's area, that side. They like it. They go. And then she came back one day. She's like, baby, I have an idea. How about we do a threesome? And I'm like, whoa. Whoa. Man, if it was a white girl, I would understand. They're adventurous. But this is a black girl who was jealous of all my female relatives. Now she's coming. She's offering me a threesome. Now you see, most guys would be like, this is a sweet deal. You know, sweet deal. Like, but guys, it's just temporary pleasure. It's not permanent. It's the same way Zimbabwe was sold to the British. Temporary pleasure, like sweet deals. Because you see, when the whites came to Zimbabwe, they went to Lopengula. You see, Lopengula is like the Shaga of Zimbabwe. And they gave him brown sugar. He tasted it. And he went like, And these white people have sweet scent. Then he pointed, take this land here. Here. And change the scent to be sweet. How Zimbabwe was gone. It was a sweet deal at the time. So you see, I'm like, okay. You want to have a threesome? No, babe. May I love you? I'm not going to share you. This is all yours. Yours alone. Then she was like, okay. Chipping in, chipping out. Then she comes back. She's like, baby, I think we need to connect on a deeper level. I think we should stop having sex. How me, I'm understanding. I'm like, no, baby, this is righteous. This is righteous. We've been here breaking the law, fornicating, what. No, it's fine. No sex till marriage. Finally, I'm on the right path. We even went to church. Prayed for blessings. Then, one day, I'm just there. You know, most these days, like, technology. Information passes fast. Like in these WhatsApp groups. Then there came this WhatsApp group, a link at the 2015 studies. Women now cheat more than men. I'm just curious. I'm just reading. Zimbabweans. Always in search of intelligence. Data. So I read. Statistics say women now cheat more than men. They do this to cover. And I'm like, poor guys who have girls who are cheating on them. Me, I'm fine. I'm in a committed relationship, no sex till marriage. Then, there's always that kind of devil in your mind. That always says, but what if? Then I'm like, no, Courage, you're thinking too much. You're starting to have doubts. Your name is not doubt. Your name is Courage. Be brave. Be brave about this. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to prove to myself that she's not cheating. You see, in our relationship, we had a no password policy. I know even her Instagram was on my phone. I'm that boyfriend. I was loving boyfriend. Me. I know you can do anything. You can even go with it to town. My phone. I know other guys here. They're actually now putting their phones back in the back pocket. Otherwise, Courage doing this like, Now they're going to ask why I have a password. No, I was just like that. Then I just started realizing things. Because all of a sudden, her phone was unavailable. You see, things start coming into play. Like earlier in our relationship, there was at one time where she received a call. We were not cohabiting yet. She quickly went to go answer the phone in the bathroom. Then when she came back, she's like, I quickly have to go. My date is calling. Me, I'm a loving guy. I take a phone. I'm like, baby, don't worry. Let's call my father-in-law. I can tell him, I can pay Lobola in elephants. Let's call him back. But then when I went to the received calls, no daddy there. There's a guy's name. And I'm like, and then? She goes like, no, baby, no, don't worry. That's just my neighbor. My father did not have airtime. So I went to go ask the neighbor's phone. Baby, I love you. Okay, let's go get you a cab. Took a cab. Then I started to think like, did she? Then I thought of this other time. She chipped out. She chipped back in. Put her phone there. She was telling me all about it, showing me pictures. No, we were in Swakop. We were doing this. Then, like when you are swiping, like most, at times it swipes twice. So I think it swiped twice and went to the picture she was not yet ready to show me. And it was a picture of her standing like this, laughing. Then there's a guy opening legs. She's standing between, and the hand is just there. By the PHAT, fat butt, on the hand. Then she's like, no, baby, we are playing. This one is a crazy one. I'm like, I love you, baby, but don't let your friends play like this, man. I love you. Then I think, baby, let's have a threesome. What was she trying to make herself feel better for? I know I don't want to have sex. Is she feeling guilty? And then I'm like, no, prove to yourself. That day, she left her phone on the bed to go shower. But she kissed me, good morning. Mwah, mwah, I love you, baby, I'm going to shower. I'm like, I'm coming to join you now. No most romantic things. We shower together in the bathtub. I take the phone. No, save water, guys, save water. Shower together. I take her phone. No, you know, almost when girls cheat, they go like, no, you are not a man if you go through a girl's phone. Guys, that's just like an antivirus. I go through that phone, guys. I went through that phone, I went through the pictures. I'm like, I've seen these. WhatsApp, the first chat is the best friend. Second chat, you know, it's that chat that makes you zoom out, zoom in. And you do that swallowing thing, like there's no saliva, but you just swallow. And you read. And you know that day, I've been in Namibia for over 6 years. I don't know, I never spoke Afrikaans. But that day, I understood it. No, the conversation started. Slap J. And I knew it. Are you sleeping? And then she goes like, near. And then he goes like, Vatmak J. And then she replies in English, no, I'm just laying on the bed. Then he goes like, oh, me too. If only you were here. Then she goes like, oh, if only the things I could be doing to you. And I'm like, ha. And I can hear her singing in the shower. Learn to listen. Then the conversation continues. What would you do to me? No, baby, I'll take you. I'll take you, make you put me against the wall. Then you throw me on the bed. Then I go on top of you. Then I'm like, I know, I've had enough. I put the phone down. She comes back, out with a smile. These little devils. You know, she lied so openly, like, she's just like someone who owes someone money. You know, when someone owes you money, they lie openly. Like they will disappear from your lives, but the moment they see you, they act like they were looking for you. No. They can owe you money for 6 months, but the moment you walk in, they're like, I'm a brother. You see, the thing is, I was about to call you. No, lie openly. They lie. Then she comes and she kisses me. She's like, baby, do you like this? Look at me. Look at my body. Then she sees me. She says I'm holding her phone. She tried to change her face. She tried to be courageous. No, but in the room there was only one courage. That day, there was one. And then she does this thing that the article was saying. They turn it around, girls, when they're cheating. Then she goes like, why are you going through my phone? What kind of boyfriend are you who goes through a girl's phone? What? You see things, then you run out of your own conclusions. Then I'm just there in my head playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Because I'm like, final answer. That is correct. I have gone through it and I found things. He's like, tell me now. No, she's trying to be courageous. Tell me now. What have you found? No, me. I'm traumatic. Me, I'm a comedian. No suspense and I'm there. I take the phone. How you read in full Afrikaans? Slapche. Nee. Vatmakche. I know me, I'm sleeping on the bed. Me too. If only you were here. You know, you can tell that she was uncomfortable because all of a sudden she was looking for a pen and scratching the weave. Trying to look for a diversion. Then she goes like, you see, I told you. You'd run out to your own conclusions. I've had enough. I'm late. I can't deal with this now. I know me. I'm courage. I have the courage to wait for you to come back. You anyway stay here. It's fine, go. I know I have the patience, all of them. A lot. So I let her go. She comes back. I find her sleeping. I'm like, no, the explanation must be long. She needs to be all rested. No, I let her sleep. You know, she wakes up, finds me in the living room, goes to the kitchen, cooks dinner. I'm like, no, we can't argue on an empty stomach. She's being considerate. She goes back into the room. You see, we had a room in our TV, Mommy and Daddy. It was not my TV. Just in case you start thinking I have more money here and I'm balling. It was not my TV. I borrowed it. Goes into the room. Then I hear Telemundo. Volume. And I'm like, So this girl is trying to say that Telemundo is more important than my explanation. That's why I walked to her. I take a couch. That's me. I like to take my time. Sit down. I'm like, baby, do you have anything to tell me? She goes like, not that I think of. I'm like, So you have nothing to say about what happened in the morning? And she goes like, no. Just that I was chatting with it's my cousin who was chatting on the phone with this guy. She doesn't have a phone. Oh no. Guys, me, I'm Zimbabwean. We are intelligent. We have what? Data. So I'm like, baby, I went to primary school. I went to high school. I did Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, Form 6. You can't lie to me like this. WhatsApp has times. And this time that this person was saying slap J was 3 days ago at 8 p.m. And at that time, I remember correctly. I know, as we remember. You think when you rent clothes from a Zimbabwean and he finds where you stay, we never forget. We remember. And I'm there and I'm like, you were sleeping next to me. Your phone was between us. And you'd occasionally just through the phone, kiss me on the forehead and tell me you love me. But here you are saying you are not sleeping to this guy. Then she goes like, no, baby, no. The thing is, you know when I had chipped out to the village, they were hitting on each other. So when I came back, I was chatting on behalf. My cousin asked me to chat on behalf. I'm like, in case you have forgotten, my name is Courage. Which means what? I'm Zimbabwean. We have what? Intelligence. Which is what? Data. Then I tell her, listen, I can't do this. Now, Vambus, this is a lesson. If she's cheating on you, just tell her I can't do this. Don't kill her. And my name is Courage the Comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having me.
Deal. I get up and get drunk, re-up and get lit, success with bliss, ass out, goddamn, I got a ting and a ting, 2 tings and a whip, another ting and another ting, mixing the drinks. My other ting is what another ting, fixing the split. I got a sour cream ting on a mission to dip. Oh yeah, we be the hottest in the city. I mean, it's what I hear, a lot of gossip in the city.